Hello, Asta here and welcome back to my channel. So today I will do another review of a product and it's going to be a foundation, and this foundation is just trending everywhere on social media at the minute. Everyone's raving how good it is, so I had to check this out for myself. So it's the foundation from L'Oreal and it's Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation. Because I have a very oily T-zone, I thought I'll give it a go and see if it's gonna last on my combination skin. On L'Oreal website it says that it's a long wear foundation. It's breathable and lasts up to 24 hours, which is a huge claim. So it provides medium to full coverage and it's buildable, which is amazing because you can get a lighter coverage for every day, and if you want to build it up for nighttime you can do so. It allows the skin to breathe. It's water resistant, sweat resistant and transfer resistant. We'll see about that. So it's ultra thin liquid, it goes smoothly and gives a fresh, natural looking complexion. Okay, so sounds amazing. We'll see if it is. And it comes in 30 shades and this is quite a good shade range. I found a shade that I think would suit me and it's the 100 and it's called Linen. I bought it just off the website and I didn't do a swatch, so hopefully it will do. It is a drugstore product, it's quite good. It's $14.99 or it's €12.99 here in Ireland. So it's pretty affordable. I'm gonna use a beauty sponge on one side and I'm gonna use a brush on the other side and see which one I like better, also which option gives me more coverage. I will be wearing this foundation for a full day today, and I'll be back later in the evening to check in with you guys and show you how it lasts or how it looks on my skin. So let's do this. Let's try this baby out. So I'm gonna give it a little shake. I never tried this foundation, so it's like a first impressions as well. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit out of my hand. So it's quite runny, so it's very thin consistency. And we'll see how that performs. So first I'm going to use my beauty blender. It's the Real Techniques sponge. So I'm just gonna scoop this out and I'm gonna start just dabbing the product on. Okay, well, first impressions. Using beauty sponge, it comes on very light and sheer, I suppose because the sponge absorbs majority of product. It has a light scent to it. Yeah, it's not overpowering, but there is a scent. As you can see, one layer or one pump is on and I just did this side of the face. It came out very, very like light, not even medium. I suppose because the sponge, as I said, kind of soaks up the product. So I'm gonna take some more on the back of my hand and let's see if it is buildable. Okay, so the color looks quite okay, I suppose. Maybe if I'll be more tanned in the summertime it will be better, but for now we'll make it work. So this is another layer. So it's kind of like medium coverage at the minute. So you can see how great this evens out the skin tone. So all the redness is hidden and blemishes and whatnot on my skin is gone, which is amazing. Feels super comfortable as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna try another side with my brush, and I will be using like a kabuki style brush, and this one's Maestro 148. So I'm gonna take another pump of this and I'll start building the coverage up on this side. Okay, straight away I can see that the brush gives more coverage, obviously because the product isn't soaking into the sponge. So it gives full medium straight away. You probably can't even see on the camera that this comes on so much well covered than the other side. Although the finish I prefer on this side is more smooth, it's more even than using the brush. So I probably will go over with my beauty blender just to even out the skin's surface first. So I think By using the brush, you would waste less product, and then you can always go over with your beauty blender. So by using 2 pumps, I got this coverage with the beauty blender, and by using 1 pump, I got this full coverage straight away with the brush. So I would probably, just to save the product, not to waste the product, I probably would go with the brush first, apply the foundation, and then go over with my beauty blender just to even out the skin surface. So that's probably what I would do. I always go down on my neck because the color isn't complete match, so we don't want to look like we're wearing mask. So far I love how it sits on the skin. It kind of dries down to like nearly powdery effect. Let's do the forehead. So for forehead, I think I'll go with my beauty blender because I am on retinol treatment and my skin is a bit dry, so I don't want the brush to kind of, you know, irritate the surface of my forehead. So I'm just gonna go in with the sponge. I'm gonna dab the product on. Also, I had my primer on, as I always do for the wear tests. So I know whether this foundation is good or not because I always wear the same primer. So it's easier for me to judge how well it stays on my skin. I've used probably around 5 or 6 pumps to do the whole face. But just because I was testing. So next time I will definitely gonna use my brush first and apply the foundation and then just go over with my beauty sponge just to even out the skin. So I'm getting a really kind of like a medium coverage, which is nice. It's not too cakey or anything like that at the minute. I'm sure you can build up the product as well, but I would probably only do it where I need it. So say if I would have problem areas, I would probably try to build this product on the specific areas, because sometimes when you try to build up too much of the product, it just kind of gets very cakey looking. So I will be doing the rest of my face, and I'm going to see how the other products is on top of this foundation. So I have the rest of my face done, and I have to say all other products sit lovely on the top of L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Literally nothing sticks or clings or nothing bad happening at all. So it's all thumbs up for now. So it looks lovely and settles into my skin beautifully, because you know with foundations you need some time to get it settled and soak in, and you know just to kind of work with your skin a little bit. So it takes time, and while I was doing my makeup as well, I just noticed how lovely it sits, and it's not heavy. It's actually breathable. My skin feels very light. So far so good. Now the only thing I've noticed actually that it oxidizes a little bit. So I'll show you now. I have a little swatch of this color here. So as you can see, it's dark, and now I'm gonna put the fresh dot beside it so you can see the difference. And I suppose here it is. So this is the fresh dot and this is the dry dot. So it oxidizes like, I would say about 1 to 2 shades, which is a lot. So yeah, so when I first actually swatched it, it looked amazing. It actually nearly matched my skin. But then now when it's dry and it's this patch here, so you can see it's way darker than it actually is when it's freshly applied. So it does oxidize a little bit, and have this in mind when you picking your colors. If you want to get a complete match, make sure maybe you'll go a shade lighter. That would be a better idea. I'm going to go to the gym today as well, so we'll put this foundation to the real test and we'll see how it holds. I will be back later on tonight. As I said, I'm gonna check in. I'll show you guys how this looks. If you're wondering what's on my eyes, I've used this Tarte Pro palette, and on my lips I've used one of my favorite colors from Anastasia Beverly Hills lipsticks. It's this Pure Hollywood color. It goes with everything. So fingers crossed it's gonna work and it's gonna last, and I'll see you a bit later. It's been nearly 10 hours wearing this foundation, and Oh my god, it is so good. So literally this is how I look and this is how my skin looks like. And I did so much today. I've been to the gym, I did some housework, I worked, and it just stayed perfectly. Like I'm just like blown away by the result. So apparently the hype that is there on YouTube and everywhere on the social media is truth. As you can see, I am a little bit shinier on my nose and on my forehead as well, just a little bit on my chin as well, but nothing crazy. Like this is by far the best foundation I ever had. L'Oreal probably is not lying telling you that it's 24-hour wear, because I could easily go another, I don't know, 12 hours probably wearing it with a little touch up. So yeah, this is the one to get if you have oily skin. If you have combination oily skin, it lasts amazing. I've been to the gym, I had a killer workout, I've been sweating like a pig and it didn't move, so it is a sweat proof. It's actually dry to the touch, there is no transfer, which is truth as well. So all these claims apparently is truth, and by testing it today I don't have words to describe how surprised I am how good it is. And it's only drugstore foundation, which is $12.99 or $14.99. Amazing. One thing I have to just mention is that it does oxidize, so it does look much darker than I first applied it. But apart from that, the other product sits amazing on the skin, and nothing moved. No product moved on my nose, no product moved on my chin. Even in my fine lines, there's a little bit of gathering, but nothing crazy. And I've tried so many other foundations, and it's a horrible mess after like 6 hours. And today I'm wearing this for 10 hours, and it's the winner. It's the one. I love it. So it's definitely gonna end up in my top of the foundations list. And if you haven't tried it, don't worry, it will work. It's absolutely amazing. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.